Hey, what's going on, everybody? Life is so amazing. I never been to Miami, Florida before due to work. I'm in Miami, Florida for training, and I finally get to see the iguanas in the wild. Look at all the iguanas like hanging out, chilling. Right there. Right there. That's a pretty big one right there. It's another one like right there. It was about 10 just chilling all right here. The hotel is that direction. I see 2 more chilling right there. If anybody knows me, some of the simplest things in life mean so much to me. Look how it's just blending in with the grass. That's amazing. Look. That's a pretty nice one right there. Let me get back to my run. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful night/morning. It's still night for me, but it's starting to become morning. I cannot sleep, and we have a full moon out. So I did a little bit of studying, and I guess just going over what I was told on my trip down from Jacksonville to Miami, Florida by my trainer, I guess. And just out and about, walking around, working out, staying active, and just recapping what happened. It's hard to kind of settle down and unwind when you have goals and aspirations to where you want to be, because then it'll become did you try hard enough, or are you trying hard enough to reach the level that you want to be? But it's very hard. You have a lot of variables. You have a lot of obstacles that you cannot control. So you may know the rules. You may know what you were taught only a couple of weeks ago in school, but you're working with someone, and when something happens, you know how to proceed per the rule, but the person you're with is doing it the exact opposite of what you were just told. And it's like with every man, something just splashed right there in the water. Maybe it was an alligator, but the older I get, I'm realizing with anything, it's 50-50. If you do one course of action, you take one course of action, this is the end result. And then if you do the other half, take the other course of action, this is the end result. So if you care about your job, you care about your passion, this is the responses you're gonna get. This is what you're going to receive from the people you're working with, your trainer, or the customers. And then if you take another route, this is the response you're going to get. This is the feedback you're going to get. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? Because I guess ultimately, if you care, and ultimately if you care about your job, I guess you just, I don't know. Because if you care about your job and you're doing what you were just taught, you was just told to do it a certain way, but what if the person that's training you is in cahoots with the manager? What if the person that's training you has like a direct connection or line to the manager, whether it be the road foreman or whether it be the train master or the manager of yard operations. Every railroad is different. Every company is different. They call them a different title, but honestly it's the same. It's Indian chiefs. Are you an Indian? Or are you a chief? Are you a wolf? Or are you a sheep? But honestly, it's the same, whatever industry, whatever company you're working for. But the thing is, you have to be cautious when you're venting or when you're giving feedback or you're articulating how you feel about certain situations, because they'll go directly back and tell them. And you don't know if the two people have a relationship, whether it be a personal relationship or a professional relationship, or whether they have history there. So you're saying comments and remarks about how something is playing out, how something is going down, and you really don't know if that person, and go back and say, yeah, you know, he don't agree with your managing styles, or you know, he doesn't agree with how you're handling things. Then it's, oh, I'm gonna show him, or oh, we'll see. He'll learn. He's gonna learn, and then they're gonna purposely try to make you fail. They're gonna purposely not tell you certain things that they should be telling you. So how do you succeed like that? How do you successfully do your job when you don't even have the proper guidance or the proper knowledge or the proper instructions? And then if you are a shining star, if you do have passion, because just like Mike Rowe, the guy that be on the Discovery Channel with Dirty Jobs or some other shows, he stated before, bring your passion to the job. You know, don't follow your passion. Bring your passion to the job. So someone like me, for example, I'm up. I've been studying my rule book. I'm ready for this trip to head back northbound to Jacksonville. But the person, I'm using an example, but the person I'm training with been at the bar all night and drinking and spent $200, $300 drinking, smoking, drinking, going to the casino, and you're motivated and passionate about what you're about to do. And they're like, calm down, sit down, greenhorn, calm down, relax, you know. But then it's like, if you show up to work in a relaxed, calm state, like a chill mode, you're just ready to get back, you know, you need to learn this stuff, you need to know this stuff, you know. So it's like I just was saying earlier, it's like, what the blank do you supposed to do, you know? And then it's like, you can go into another chapter. Well, maybe it was written, you know, because I know I have tried a lot of different things and it did not work out. And it's like, maybe it wasn't meant to be, or it wasn't in the plan. So it's like, you know, maybe when you're born, are you supposed to be a worker bee, or you're a fighter bee, or a worker ant, or a fighter ant? It's like, what are you supposed to do? But then if you leave it up to chance, you didn't try hard enough. Maybe you should have tried hard enough. If you really wanted it, you should have really, you should have been up all night studying. So, I don't know. But I do know one thing: you don't give up. You just keep trying. You don't give up. You don't get deterred. You keep trying. And that's why I know it's hard when you don't have a strong network, a strong support system. You're supposed to have people in your corner that's constantly rooting for you, regardless, through the good, through the bad, whatever the situation may be. You're supposed to have people that's rooting for you, pulling for you, not counting on you, but they have you in their thoughts, and prayers, and they understand your passion. So it's like, and I'm CJ, Whatever someone tells me, I respect that. I support that. If someone wants to get their doctorates, I'll support it. I won't say that's stupid, or why do you need that for? You don't need that. If someone wants to quit whatever industry that they're in, even though I may think it's a good industry, that's not what they want to do. And I hear that all. Is like I said, it's just kind of, as I get older, I'm experiencing a lot, but honestly, I'm experiencing the same thing over and over. And it's like a lot of times, I said, I want to show up, learn what I got to do, and I don't want to really have to get into my personal business. But it's like, I'm trying to be courteous and respectful, and so it's just like Rocky IV. Remember when Ivan Drago was at the press conference? They was asking him all these questions, and he was just sitting there. He was just like sitting with a straight face. Then they're gonna say, he got problems. Like he's antisocial. He's this. He's that. So that's why I'm telling you, David Goggins or Goggins, however you want to pronounce his last name, he says, like, man, you got to drop all of that, man. You just can't really care no more, really. I guess you got to be a dick. And you just got to, be like, F it. Then someone who's really, don't say that. You can't say that. Don't be like that. Well, if anyone is watching this video, I hope you're truly hearing what I'm articulating and explaining. If you understand what I'm saying, it's like no matter what you do, something's going to be said. No matter what you do, someone is watching. How do you avoid all of that? So, is it anything wrong with someone who wants to move away out west and just have property and land and just be in solitude, peace? Because I know what makes me happy is peace. I don't need flashy lights, a large social gathering, and I'm the trending topic. I'm the loudest person in the room. I don't need all that. I don't want all of that. And I personally do not like that. I know what my interests are. I know what gets my blood pumping. Let me give you an example. One thing we have to do is flag the station when we depart. And very thankful. The trip down from Jackson, Miami, numerous times throughout the trip, I had to flag the station. I was flagging the station. So, flagging the station after all of the passengers board the train, before I close the doors to the cars, I have to look both ways, both directions, to make sure no one runs out and try to hop on the train, because people do it. Called flagging the station. So, a lot of times, there are 3 coach cars. Every train is different. They may add a car, take a car. That's a variable. So that's an X or a Y. But currently, on the Silver Star and the Silver Meteor out of New York, heading to Miami, Florida, there's 3 coaches. So normally, we've been working the train from the middle car. So, the passengers are board or detrain from the middle car. We make announcements. We notify the passengers that, hey, your stop is coming up. And the passengers detrain. And the passengers boarding from the middle car. When we depart, I got to flag the station. I'm standing looking both ways, making sure nobody's running, trying to jump on the train, because people do it. And when we're departing, man, the engineer coming out on the throttle, notch 1, notch 2, notch 3, notch 4, notch 5. And honestly, the engineer might even be throttle stripping. He might be going 2, 4, 6, 8 and letting them eat. And the exhaust and those engines roaring. And I saw something that I never seen before with my own eyes. I seen it on YouTube in other videos where there's a burst of fire shooting out the exhaust. I honestly do not know exactly what caused that. I just remember either reading or hearing that's a sign of the turbochargers going out, or if you do see a train going down the tracks with a huge flame, that's indicative of the turbocharger being blown or blowing. So if anyone knows, drop a comment in the video. But I got to experience that today, and every single time I get goosebumps, I get chills, and that's what I'm around, and that's what I'm getting paid to do. And that's an awesome thing in my book. It may not be awesome to you, or you may not think nothing of it, but to me, I love it. And I can tell people I'm around working with, they really don't get it. They're ready to get off. They're just ready to get off, or ready to get there so they can go drinking or go to the bar, or go do whatever it is they want to do. And as I'm stating in this video, that's totally fine. I mean, that's your right. That's why United States, you're supposed to have the freedom, the right to pursue happiness, to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. And I just think you just gotta have the willpower to just keep grinding, just keep at it, keep grinding, keep working towards whatever your goals are. Just keep on grinding. And even by me making this video, it's making me just want to grind harder. Just keep at it. I'm gonna keep studying. I'm gonna keep paying attention. Someone tells me something, process it. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. And if it's right, it's right. I'm gonna retain it. And if it's wrong, I'm gonna verify with the proper channels if it is wrong, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not. But as I stated earlier in this video, how do you succeed when you know something is wrong and the person you're with or the person who is in charge is telling you something wrong, but they hold the keys to the gate. They're issuing the seat at the table. So I guess that's a part of politics. Politicking, you gotta play your cards right. You know, so I don't know. Look at this thick, wide snail or slug that I just found while working out. This thing is huge. To give you a perspective of how big it is, I think it's big. When I was running, I spotted it. I could tell it stood out. That's amazing. I wonder would that be good bait? When I touch them, will his antennas retract? Watch this. Look. We're trying to play dead. Is the coast clear? Oh. That moon is shining bright. Look Look at that big frog, man. I think it's amazing how I can spot this stuff out even in nighttime. I just could tell that the shape of it stood out to me. I turned the flashlight on. Look at that big frog right there, man. That thing is huge. I have no idea what type of frog this is. Maybe I'm gonna try to get a good shot and use Google Lens. Look how big that frog is. I mean, I don't think that's a bullfrog. I think it's another one over here. That's a smaller one. I see it's another one here. I see movement. Are these, I'm gonna take an educated guess, tree frogs? Because they're congregating around trees and the pattern on the backside looks like a tree. Let's see if I, just an educated guess. There's another one. Look. There's another one right there. So that's 4 of them. Now I know this is a snail. Look at this snail right here. There's like a, look at them smaller frogs. Look, that's a snail. I would bet that there's some type of reptile like a snake or something up under here, I would bet. Still there. That's a big one. Let's see, try to get a good shot. He's just probably having a good old time. Probably eating ants and other things that he can find. Don't have to pay any taxes or any HOA fees or any union dues or anything. But he take one wrong move and he'll probably hop directly into a snake's mouth and that's it. But if he is able to wiggle his way out of it, I guess then you'll say, well, it was in the plan. Just like I was talking about earlier in the video, I guess somebody had one too many. This accident literally just happened while I'm off my run. A lot going on, Miami, Florida, Saturday morning. Catch, not fish.